Hello guys, this week we got a decent setup for Dover. I've been working on it for about a day and a half, several races. We'll go to the garage and I'll give you the meat and potatoes right here. So this is the setup that I'm running. It's got my initials next to it, MT. And there was a version prior to this where it was a little bit tighter. But this is what I did in my last race. And the tire pressures are what they are. Take a picture. Mainly the left front and the right rear was inflated to give them some air so it helped rotate. And this stays at 45. Okay, so that's the tire pressure. Take your picture if you want it. Now let's go to the chassis. Down here, there we go. Trying to hold the camera and do everything at once. One day I will get professional and get an elaborate setup. Right now it's all just for looking at the screen here for the setup. So I'll come in a little closer so it's easier to see. Y'all get a screenshot of that if you want it. I really didn't change anything on the top, but these are just for reference. I didn't change anything up here. The toe, I ended up changing some toe down here. It's at 1/32. I think they were both at 3 originally. And now we're at 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Pumped the shocks up to 10 on everything except the right side compression. Took some off so the car leans over a little bit easier. Helps rotate. Just one little thing. All the other shocks are on 10. Double check that. Yes. I did change the rear toe. I think was like at 6. -6 on the left. Or +6. Whatever it was. I put them at 0. And it exits the corner much better. Corner exit is much more better with that. And what else did I do? Well, go and get your screenshot. So that's the bottom. I run 411 gears. Left rear, right rear. Take your picture. It's easy setup this week, guys. Just change your stats to this. I don't think your ride heights are going to change that much, but note your ride heights, what I got on the left and right side. And then we talked about the toe. I don't think I changed the camber. I don't know if I changed the caster, but whatever I got here, put that in. And the spring package, I didn't change that. I just worked mainly on tire pressures, shocks, and rear toe, and a little bit in the front toe. I got the car to turn, increased speeds, less tire wear, and cooler tires. So we got a top 10 finisher this week with this setup. What else you guys need to know? Let's go look at some stats real quick. I'm all about statistics. So I don't want to quit that, but I will bring up Stent Analyzer. There it is. Oh, I lost my data. So I logged into the practice track and I lost my data for the last race. Oh well. This shows what the guys are currently doing. 7 lap average, 24.6. That's probably average. It's not fast. 23s are fast, like the first 5 laps in the 23s down here. This could be a qualifying setup. He's only ran 3 laps, but when I run mine, I'm over here to at least a 20 lap column to check my tire pressure and my wear. It's too bad I don't have that data up. Dang it! I wanted to show you guys the lap times. What else? Well, now that's gone. You got the setup. Oh no, we can look at this. Let me bring up. Down here is Xfinity. And at the top, we can look at series results. Okay, we'll start there. Nah, I don't like that one. Let's try a better view. Series stats. Okay, so point wise, I'm still at 102, but there's about 1,400 drivers now, so I'm getting close to the top 10%. In fact, I'm probably a little over 10%. Let me see how many drivers there are this week. Total. Okay, here we go. I don't know any faster way of doing it. Okay, there's the last one. 1,154 drivers. And I'm at 102. So yeah, I'm just barely under, like what, 9.5%? You get the idea. Competition is starting to step up. So let's go to my last race. And we'll look at, close this. Results and stats. Results. So overall, I put a lot of practice in to get these setups, and I share them with you guys so that you can have a setup that's what I consider to be safe on the track, and you're not squirrely exiting the corners, crashing into the wall with nobody around you. You're wrecked by yourself. You feel like you need to do something different. So that's why I'm here, is trying to help you guys to get up to a 2K iRating, hold your 2,000 iRating, and hopefully you keep racing smart. We'll be up to 3,000 sooner than later. But I started this yesterday. Quick little history here. Dover, right there. I'm over here with the cursor, pointer. So I'm looking at the practice lap. November 13th, 3:25 p.m. I didn't really have a good setup. I think I ran a different track. It was a private track. Somebody hosted it, and that's where I started. And then I came over to here. I had to work with my setup over there on a hosted session, which is different. We can talk about that later if you want. So practice at 3:55. I made changes. Practice at 5:36. Made changes. So look at the practice sessions. 3:25, almost 4 o'clock, and 5:36. And we'll go to today's session. Let's see. November 13th at 6 p.m. was my first race. And I started 12th and I finished 18th. These guys were fast, and I think I was down like 2 laps. I went back to the shop, made some changes. Practice session at 7. Came out to race at 8 p.m. Started 10th and finished 9th. So I made some changes that made the car faster, less tire wear, and I was able to finish 9th. Doesn't show me right drivers right now in that race. I finished 9th, so we're in the top 10 there. Came back and practiced at 8:42, made some more post-race changes, I call it. So we take the data from the race and try to make it better. Boring stuff for you, but this is what makes it work for me. My next race was 10 p.m. I stuck around for that one because I wanted to really try my setup out. I started 4th and I finished 8th. From 9th place to 8th place. And then this morning on the 14th I practiced and finished 10th on that one. I don't remember where I started. Oh, that's practice. Never mind. The race was at 8 a.m. Started 6th, and I finished 4th. I'm going on this column here, guys. Oh, can't see it. My bad. I'm sorry. So this is the history of, I'm starting to get a little better here. I had pole position for practice. Doesn't really matter for that. Practice, I finished 12th. And then this afternoon at noon, over here, top left, started 8th, finished 9th. Let's open that up, take a look. View results. So who we got? The guy that won is a 6,000 iRating. Okay? Little old me with 2,300 is down here. Okay? Michael Smith, 6,000 iRating. Jonathan Dart, 3,500. Brandon Ring, 2494. Let's see how long he's been in racing. He's been around for 2 years, so he's moved up the ranks pretty good. He's at 2,500, and he finished 4th. Congratulations to him. Logan Meyer is 3195 or 3190. He's been a member for a year, so he's moved up pretty quick. Ted Pullen is at 2613. He's a 4-year member. So what we're doing is showing what the competition was that I was up against. Lyndon Bingman, he's almost 3,000. Been here 1 year. And this week I'm at 23. And it says I'm a member for 3 years, but this is this is the end of my 2nd year, starting my 3rd year. Keep that in mind. And then the guy behind me was a lap down. So I was the last car on the lead lap. I hope to do better, like maybe be in the middle of the pack. But in this lobby, to finish the lead lap is an accomplishment. When I say that, I mean it. They're fast. So the setup I have is not bad to finish 9th. So yay, small little victory there. Now, I only got 16 points towards my iRating, but for the champ points for the league points system, it's 76. And what they do is they'll take your top 25% of your races. So I don't know if you race one race, if they multiply it times 4. If you had 100, then it'd be 400. Or is it just a flat 100 for that? I don't know. But it was my understanding that they take your top 4 highest races and they average it. So you can do 20 races in the week and it's not cumulative. It only counts your 4 highest races. So that's something to consider of how many laps you're going to turn to try to improve in the league. Is it called the league? Let me get my terminology correct. Series. It's called a series. Xfinity series. Okay. So it only takes the average of your top 4 races. And I'm at 102. I'm Division 3. I was Division 2 last year, but the year's not over yet. Let's see. Weeks counted, 2 weeks. So it's early in the season. I've had 16 starts. And I finished the top 5 3 times. So what I don't like is my incidence is no longer 0. Some of these guys have been around, they're squirrely. I give them my setup at the end of the race, ask them to try it out. I ask them to stop by and leave a comment on my YouTube channel for iRacing Road to 2K. Pull that up real quick. Well, let's not. I'm done with this. You guys got the setup. Get out there, have fun. And we'll see you next week. Dover is actually a pretty fun race with a good lobby. All right, I'll post this up on YouTube.